have something precious in this bottle, something unique. The water in this bottle has an amazing history. Shortly before I collected it, it was underground. Imagine a place not far from here where the water bubbles up from under the ground. But how did it get there? The drops of water in this bottle fell as rain onto the land. Then they sank into the land, past the tiny roots of the grasses, the longer roots of the dandelion, and the long tangled roots of the huge oaks and birch trees. Lots of the rain was sucked up by the roots of those trees. But this water carried on, past them all, down, 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 until it found a pool. And then it bubbled up near here, and that's where I collected it from. But how did it get to be rain? Well, the water vapour high up in the sky is continually flowing and shifting and joining together, and eventually it joins together as fluffy clouds, shifts and changes, dancing in the breeze, until eventually enough water comes together that it forms a big, grey, heavy cloud. The cloud is so heavy it can't hold on to the water anymore, and it falls down to the earth as rain, crashing down onto the land. But how did it get to be water vapour? Well, the sun shines on the sea and it heats it up, and the water evaporates into tiny particles called water vapour. And the sun does that to all the water. So every time you see a puddle drying up, that's exactly what happened. The sun shines down, it heats up the water, and the particles get small, turn into water vapour, and up they go to join the clouds in the sky. How did it come to be in the sea and in the puddles and in the streams? This is where we meet the beginning of the story, falling as rain to the ground and travelling through the streams and rivers to the sea. So the drops of water in this bottle have been travelling this way ever since the Ice Age, since the water melted from the grey ice caps. And they've been doing it before then too. Imagine that this water and the water you play in is the oldest thing that you're likely to see today. And it's had so many adventures. It might have been lapped from a puddle by a dog. It might have been peed out by a dog. It might have been part of the water that grew grain. It could have been thrown as a snowball by Victorian children as they were on their way to school. It could be part of the apples that you've eaten. It's certainly been drunk before. I wonder who drank it last. Here it is, clean, sparkling, and ready to play in.
My feet are still muddy from all of the mud we played in before, and one of the things that water is really good for is to get them clean. So in I go. Oh, it's a bit cold, but nice and clear, so I can give them a good rub and get them really clean. And water is really good for washing other things too. I got these stones from a beach far away, and when I wash them they go really nice colours, so I brought them here, and I'm going to give them a good wash in the river as well. And then their colours shine much more brightly when they're wet and clean. So you could come down here and bring something that needed washing.
We've been building a double waterfall today.
Let's have a look.
Come have a look.
Let's have a look. It's there.
So, once upon a time, these two stones were lodged through this hole here. Me and Oscar and Zach here were all figuring out why they were stuck in there. So we pulled some out, and this is what happens. If you maybe find a stick quickly.
There's a little one just in front of you.
Yes.
Oh, no, the little one on the bank.
Here we go. If I drop this stick through, like that, you can see it should come out eventually. Maybe. Is it coming out?
I wonder what we can find in the stream. I'm going to dip in my bucket and see if we can catch anything. Ooh. So this is just one tiny little bucket of water, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got about 7 little tiny shrimps in. Some of them are quite big, the ones at the top are quite big. The ones at the bottom are quite little. In the original Pooh Sticks story, Winnie the Pooh is walking along holding a pine cone on his way to see Piglet when he trips over something and falls. I haven't got a pine cone, but I have got a stick. He falls down and he drops his stick, and or drops his pine cone, and rather than running straight on and being Winnie the Pooh, he lays right down to have a look at it. And to his surprise, the pine cone comes out the other side. And that's how the game of Pooh Sticks was invented. Okay, you're ready? Whoa, ready? Under they go, quick! There's one!
Yes, working. I think that's mine.
Anybody else's? I think that's mine. So what's going on here?
Building a dam.
So tell us more about your dam.
So we're building it so all of like this green stuff here doesn't sort of go up and block the other end of the river, because at the other end of the river they've got like pipes which get blocked easily. So if we build this, all of the water can just funnel through, and the other leaves and stuff don't block it.
And one of the things it's doing is filtering the water. If you look at how dirty the water is on Oscar's side of the water and how clear it is on this side, that's amazing. So you've actually made a water filter at the same time.
Yeah.
And can you see the difference in the water levels as well?
Yeah.
Where
Yes.
on this side of the dam, the water's almost like it's about to flood over. And on here, it's all basically at the bottom of the ground, or the
But
sand.
it won't flood over because like
It can still run through.
yeah.
And what about those little tiny shrimps and things? Do you think they'll be able to get through?
Yeah.
Or if not, they can climb over.
Oh, they might be able to climb, yeah. Paint with the water as well. I've got a feather that I found by the river. It might be a seagull's feather. And I've been painting with my friends just on the mud, like this. Well, I'm going to join all the dots up. I'm just going to have to like, do a flick and see if I can join the dots. See what I make, see what it could be. Ooh, that's quite nice. The flicky thing is quite nice, look. And there's always loads of feathers to find down on the River Deben. So you can try different surfaces. You could go over and try on the table tennis table if you like.
I didn't know this was green. I thought it was blue.
That's amazing, and there it is, like turning back into water vapour as you look at it, going up into the sky, ready to turn into clouds again. Look, just in front of your eyes, it's disappearing.
So whether you're building dens, playing in the trees, squelching in the mud, or playing in the water, we hope you have a brilliant time playing outside in nature in Woodbridge.